See here, ovulation. Already, what is ovulation? What are the indicators of ovulation? Mechanism of ovulation. In details, we study about this. Now I will discuss with you what is the fate of an ovulation. Again, I am discussing, this is very, very popular Viva question. What is the fate of an ovulation? Ovulation হয়ে যাওয়ার পরের ফেটটা কি হতে পারে? See here in this figure I am showing you that after ovulation, that is discharging of an ovum from an ovary. What will happen that time? Fimbriated end of the uterine tube pick up this ovum and take this ovum into the ampullary portion of the uterine tube. Then in the ampulla, it will wait for sperm for fertilization. If fertilization occur, that time it is formed into zygote. It formed to zygote, converted to zygote. That is after fertilization, it is converted to zygote. Then implantation of the ovum at the posterior wall of the fundus of the uterus that time occur. Okay, this is the one fate. And another fate, if fertilization doesn't occur, these unfertilized ovum through the uterine tube, it enters into the uterus and shedding out through the menstrual blood. This is the fate of an ovum. Okay, this occurs within the uterine tube and uterus. But what about this ovary? After ovulation, this Graafian follicle, ruptured Graafian follicle, now it is converted to corpus luteum. This corpus luteum, two fate of corpus luteum occurs in the ovary. That this corpus luteum, if pregnancy occurs, that time this corpus luteum is converted to corpus luteum of pregnancy. If pregnancy doesn't occur, that time it is degenerates. This is called corpus albicans. This is the fate of corpus luteum in the ovary. So there is two fate. One fate within the uterine tube, then fertilization, then in the uterus, and another fate within the ovary. This is the fate of an ovulation. So you have to tell like this in Viva exam, what is the fate of an ovulation? That is, first it is picked up by the fimbriated end of the uterine tube, then taken up into the ampullary portion of the uterine tube. If fertilization occur, then zygote formation occur and implantation occurs at the posterior wall of the fundus of the uterus. This is one fate. If fertilization doesn't occur, that time this unfertilized ovum through the uterine tube, it enters into the uterus and shedding out through the menstrual blood. This is one fate. Now, what is happening in the ovary? That is this ruptured Graafian follicle, that time converted to corpus luteum. Now there are two types of corpus luteum. If pregnancy occurs, that is called corpus luteum of pregnancy, start to corpus luteum of pregnancy, this Graafian follicle, this corpus luteum of pregnancy. And if pregnancy doesn't occur, this corpus luteum degenerates, goes to degenerates. This is termed as corpus luteum of menstruation or corpus albicans. Okay. Next, what is an ovulatory menstrual cycle? This is very important written question, also very popular Viva question. An ovulatory menstrual cycle. An ovulatory means without ovulation. Menstrual cycle, that is menstruation, can occur without ovulation. This is called an ovulatory menstrual cycle. See here, according to a textbook, if the pre-ovulatory surge of LH is not of sufficient magnitude, ovulation will not occur and the cycle is then said to be an ovulatory. But easy definition, I think this is, it may be defined as a menstrual cycle in which ovulation doesn't occur. This is very easiest definition of an ovulatory menstrual cycle. See here, it may be defined as a menstrual cycle in which ovulation does not occur. That is, without ovulation menstrual cycle is called an ovulatory menstrual cycle. This is very, very important written question and also for Viva exam. Now, when it occurs, An ovulatory menstrual cycle, when it occurs, this is very, very important viva question, during the first 12 to 18 months after menarche. What is menarche? Menarche means first onset of menstruation. একটা মেয়ের জীবনে প্রথম যে পিরিয়ডটা শুরু হলো সেটাকে আমরা বলি menarche. এই menarche 12 থেকে 18 মাস পর পর্যন্ত, that is 1.5 বছর পর পর্যন্ত দেখা যায় কি an ovulatory cycle may occur, that is during the first 12 to 18 months after menarche. Now, before the onset of menopause. Menopause, what is menopause? Permanent cessation of menstruation is called menopause. You have to remember this definition. What is menarche? What is menopause? These definitions are very important for you. Before the onset of menopause, menopause চলে যাওয়ার আগ মুহূর্ত দিয়ে 1.5 বছর আগে দেখা যাবে an ovulatory cycle হতে পারে। During use of contraceptive pill, যারা OCP খায়, oral contraceptive pill যারা খায়, তাদের যে সাইকেলটা হবে menstrual cycle, of course this is an ovulatory cycle. কারণ কি, mechanism of OCP মানে হচ্ছে to prevent ovulation. তাহলে ovulation কে আমরা prevent করতে পারি কি দিয়ে? This is very, very common viva question, very important viva question, যে ovulation কে কি দিয়ে prevent করা যায়? Which drug can prevent ovulation? Oral contraceptive pill. OCP can prevent ovulation. Please listen to me very carefully. This is very important question. তুমি কি দিয়ে ovulation কে stop করতে পারবে? OCP দিয়ে। Now, today we'll study ovarian cycle. Ovarian cycle. This is very, very important thing. Ovarian cycle. See here, this is very important written question also for viva exam, equally important. The cyclical change, the cyclic changes in the ovaries. Ovarian cycle means it occurs within the ovary. Always remember that when in the ovarian cycle happening, that time at the same time simultaneously within the uterus, menstrual cycle is occurring, that time menstrual cycle or endometrial cycle or uterine cycle. 3 names, uterine cycle or endometrial cycle or menstrual cycle, same thing. This is happening in the uterus at the same time in the ovary. Ovarian cycle is happening that time. So this is simultaneous act. Now see the what is ovarian cycle? The cyclic changes in the ovaries, that is development of follicles here of please do correction here, development of, only one of should be here, development of follicles, ovulation, formation of corpus luteum, and its degeneration are collectively known as ovarian cycle. Please remember students, this definition is very important. Cyclic changes in the ovaries. Which is changes? Development of follicle, that is first thing. Please listen to me very carefully here, development of follicles. Second thing, ovulation. Number 3, formation of corpus luteum and its degeneration. That is fourth thing here, present here, development follicle, ovulation, formation of corpus luteum, and its degeneration, collectively known as ovarian cycle. Duration, of course, same, because ovarian cycle and menstrual cycle, I have said several times that 2 cycles always simultaneously occurs. Ovarian cycle occurs in the ovary, at the same time menstrual cycle or uterine cycle or endometrial cycle occurring in the uterus. That is duration will be same. That is menstrual cycle average duration 28 days, ovarian cycle also 28 days. Already I mentioned these things several times. Now phases of ovarian cycle, mainly 2 phases, that is follicular phase and luteal phase. Already in embryology you have studied these things. Again I am recalling this thing. See here, phases, 2 phases, follicular phase and luteal phase. But in between 2 phases, which event, important event occurs? This is ovulation. These 2 phases is separated by ovulation. This is very common viva question. 2 phases of ovarian cycle, follicular phase and luteal phase. Between 2 phases, in middle, which important event occur? This is ovulation. This is very, very important viva question. These 2 phases is separated by which event? Ovulation. Please remember this thing. Now one by one, I am describing one by one. 2 phases, follicular phase. First follicular phase. Here follicle become mature. See here, a primary oocyte with its surrounding flat epithelium cell is called primordial follicle. তাহলে ফার্স্ট যে ফলিকলটা, যে অনেক আদি যে ফলিকলটা থাকে শুরুতে, সেই প্রাইমারি oocyteর সারাউন্ডিং একটা ফ্ল্যাট epithelium cell দিয়ে, I will show you in figure in the next slide. Primary oocyte with its surrounding flat epithelial cell is called primordial follicle. Now, from puberty, we know that intrauterine life, always oogenesis started at the intrauterine life, that is 3rd week of gestation. That time, number of follicle 6 to 7 million. 6 to 7 million. Then after 5th month of gestation, this 6 to 7 million, and then that is 1 million only. After 5 months of gestation, only 2 million remains. Only 2 million remains, and all are goes to atretic condition or degeneration. That is only 2 million remains after 5 months of gestation. Then at the time of birth, that is at birth, only from 1 million, 50% goes to atretic condition and remains only 3 lakhs at the time of birth. That is only 3 lakhs remains at the time of birth. In whole reproductive life, from these 3 lakhs, only 500 ova can finally mature the whole of the reproductive life of the female. In women, only 500 ova can mature in whole reproductive life. শুধু 500 ওভাই ultimately mature হতে পারে in the whole reproductive life in a woman. Okay, always remember this thing. Now, in the follicular phase, what is happening? First, a primary oocyte with its surrounding flat epithelial cell is called primordial follicle. Now, from puberty 5 to 15, already we said that puberty, from puberty, first the 5 to 15 primordial follicle begins to mature with each ovarian cycle. The surrounding flat follicular cell becomes now cuboidal and proliferate to form stratified epithelium of granulosa cell. Now the follicle is called primary follicle. That is, first follicle is called primordial follicle. Now it is turned primary follicle. I am showing you in figure everything I have taken from your embryology book, Langman. See here, flat epithelial cell. See here, immature oocyte is surrounded by flat epithelial cell. This is termed as primordial follicle. Now this primordial follicle at the time of puberty, it is now, see here, this flat epithelium now cuboidal epithelium, and beginning of zona pellucida. See here, that follicle cell secretes zona pellucida layer here. This is called primary follicle. See here, when these layers of the cuboidal follicular cell and zona pellucida layer, this immature oocyte is now turned as primary follicle. At first primordial follicle, then it is growing follicle, then it is turned primary follicle. That is primordial follicle, then primary follicle. Then zona pellucida appears on the surface of the ovary. Stromal cells of the ovary arrange themselves into 2 layers outside the granulosa cell. That is, outside, already I am showing in your picture, these are the granulosa cell. These are the granulosa cell, and follicular cell secretes one layer. This is zona pellucida cell. Zona pellucida, these are the granulosa cell. Now, these the stromal cells of the ovary arrange themselves into 2 layers outside the granulosa. That is, outside the granulosa cell there is a connective tissue capsule. That is, it is divided into 2 parts: outer theca externa and inner theca interna. Outer theca externa consists of connective tissue, and inner theca interna always secretes estrogen. As you know that the source of estrogen always from theca interna cell and granulosa cell of the ovarian follicle. As I mentioned you in previous lecture class, that what are the sources of estrogen? First source, theca interna and granulosa cell of the ovarian follicle. Here see, theca inner, theca interna cell secretes estrogen. Always remember this thing. These are the description of follicular phase, that is follicular development of follicle. First 5 to 15 primordial follicle begins to mature. But what is going on next time? That time, see here, what is occurring here? fluid-filled spaces appear between the granulosa cell, and coalescence of these spaces forms antrum. The follicle is now called secondary follicle. Up to primary follicle, we already studied that is primordial follicle is converted to primary follicle. Now it is converted to secondary follicle or vesicular follicle. Another name of secondary follicle is vesicular follicle. That is, a fluid-filled spaces appear between the granulosa cell, and coalescence of this space forms antrum. What do you mean by coalescence? Coalescence মানে হচ্ছে কি একসাথে দৃঢ়ভাবে তারা কি হয়? Coalescence মানে এক হয়ে যাওয়া, ঠিক আছে? এক হয়ে তারা একটা antrum তৈরি করে. I will show you figure in the next slide. The follicle is now called secondary follicle. At first primordial follicle, then primary follicle, then it is converted to secondary follicle, that is vesicular follicle. Now the granulosa cells surrounding the oocyte form the cumulus ophorus. The follicle enlarges and is now called tertiary follicle or Graafian follicle. That is, from at the beginning 5 to 15 follicle processing, going to processing of mature process, but at last only one follicle, that is one follicle can mature finally. 5 to 15 at the beginning try to growing up, but at last finally only one ovarian follicle can be matured, and this is transformed from primordial follicle, primary follicle, then secondary or vesicular follicle, then tertiary or Graafian follicle. This Graafian follicle is called mature ovarian follicle. So here one of the Viva question, what is the name of mature ovarian follicle? Of course this is Graafian follicle. Please listen to me very carefully. This is one of the very important Viva question. The name of mature ovarian follicle is Graafian follicle. Now ovulation takes place at about the 14th day of the cycle. That is, first phase is follicular phase. Then whenever follicular phase end, that is Graafian follicle, mature follicle is now growing up. Now ovulation takes place at the mid of the cycle. That's the average 28 days cycle. On the 14th day of the cycle, ovulation takes place. See here in this figure, already I mentioned that follicular antrum, fluid filled space appear, follicular antrum develop, and these cells are cumulus ophorus cells. See here, now this fluid filled space is coalescence and form follicular antrum, and these cells around the oocyte is called cumulus ophorus. All figure I have taken from your embryology book, Langman. Okay, now middle event, that is in between follicular and luteal phase, one important event I mentioned you, that ovulation takes place. This is very, very important question for Viva, that what important event takes place between two phases, follicular phase and luteal phase? Ovulation. This is called ovulation. So many students are lefting. Why? 59 students now. Your percentage is counting. Ovulation occurs in between two phases. Ovulation occurs. Already you know very well about ovulation. What is the time of ovulation? Always ovulation time 14 plus minus 1 day before the onset of the next menstruation. That is that woman having 28 days cycle under the influence of LS surge. Please write down this thing in your exam khata. When this question come like this, describe ovarian cycle, you have to write follicular phase, then ovulation, then luteal phase. Ovulation always occurs 14 plus minus 1 day before the onset of the next menstruation. That is woman having 28 days cycle under the influence of which things? LS surge. Now luteal phase. What is luteal phase? After ovulation, there is already ovulation occurs. At first follicular phase, then ovulation takes place. Then after ovulation, what is happening in the ovary? I am discussing in the ovarian cycle. So luteal phase, that is after ovulation, the remaining granulosa cell and the theca interna cell undergo cell change rapidly into luteal cell. That is after ovulation, what is happening? That is rupture of the Graafian follicle. Rupture of the Graafian follicle and discharge of mature ovum into the abdominal cavity is called ovulation. We know that this definition, that rupture of Graafian follicle and discharge of mature ovum, that is secondary oocyte, into the abdominal cavity is known as ovulation. There is the remaining thing is ruptured Graafian follicle. So this ruptured Graafian follicle already now it is converted to luteal, corpus luteum. This ruptured, you can say, what is corpus luteum? Ruptured Graafian follicle is called corpus luteum. You can say like this in Viva. In Viva exam, examiner may ask you, what do you mean by corpus luteum? You can say easily that ruptured Graafian follicle is called corpus luteum, because this ruptured Graafian follicle ultimately turned into corpus luteum. See here, after ovulation, the ruptured Graafian follicle, within the ruptured Graafian follicle, the remaining granulosous cell and theca interna cell which remain within the Graafian follicle change rapidly into lutein cell. How? They enlarge in diameter 2 to 4 times. This Graafian follicle, ruptured Graafian follicle, enlarge in diameter 2 to 4 times, become filled with lipid inclusions which give them yellowish appearance. Yellowish appearance. Now, this process is called luteinization. Luteinization, that is, whenever ruptured Graafian follicle discharges ovum, this ruptured Graafian follicle within this granulosous cell and theca interna cell now become it filled with lipid-rich substances and called see here, lipid inclusions which give them yellowish appearance. They enlarges, they become enlarges. This process is called luteinization, and the total mass of the cell together is called corpus luteum. Already mentioned that ruptured, in other words, you can tell here ruptured Graafian follicle is mainly called corpus luteum because there is some changes occurs within this ruptured Graafian follicle. That is, they enlarges in size, that is, blood fluid enters here and lipid-rich substances accumulate within these cells, and this process is called luteinization, and total mass of the cell together is called corpus luteum, which act as this corpus luteum, which act as temporary endocrine gland because it secrete estrogen and progesterone mainly, predominantly. Always remember, corpus luteum predominantly secrete progesterone. Always remember this. It can also secrete estrogen also, but predominantly corpus luteum secrete progesterone. Always remember this thing. The change of the granulosa and theca interna cell into lutein cell is mainly dependent on LH hormone. This is very, very important MCQ question. This change, this corpus luteal, that is ruptured Graafian follicle, is now converted to corpus luteum by which hormone? By which hormone? Because it is mainly, this change is mainly dependent on LH hormone, that is luteinizing hormone. Already we discussed this pituitary gonadotropin, functions of pituitary. Do you remember this thing? Functions of pituitary gonadotropin in case of female, LH hormone. One of the function, formation of corpus luteum in case of female. In case of female, LH হরমোনের ফাংশন গুলি কি মনে আছে? আমরা LH হরমোন যখন বলেছিলাম যে পিটুইটারি গোনাডোট্রপিন, LH in case of female কি কি কাজ করে? LH এর একটা কাজ ছিল LH সার্জ হয়ে ওভুলেশন হওয়া, আর একটা কাজ বলেছিলাম কি corpus luteum, formation of corpus luteum. So these changes of granulosa and theca interna cell, that is this granulosa cell, theca interna cell, ultimately converted to lutein cell, that is corpus luteum. This is mainly dependent on LH hormone. Already you know about that. LH hormone, one of the function of LH hormone in case of female, that is formation of corpus luteum. See here in the figure, first primordial follicle. First follicle is primordial follicle, then number of 5 to 15 follicle is a growing process, goes to the process of mature follicle, but ultimately only one follicle can mature, that is primordial follicle now turns to primary follicle, then ultimately one follicle going to mature, that is secondary or vesicular follicle, then finally mature or Graafian follicle. This Graafian follicle ruptured and mature ovum discharged into the abdominal cavity. Now this ruptured Graafian follicle is converted to corpus luteum. Corpus luteum, luteinization means yellowish color. See here, yellowish appearance because lipid-rich substances enters within the cell, and luteinization means such a yellowish color. Now this corpus luteum, two phases of corpus luteum. One is corpus albicans. When menstruation takes place, that is corpus albicans.
জি ম্যাম
এখন শোনা যাচ্ছে? ওকে ওকে,
Yes, ma'am.
ওকে, দেখো corpus luteum যখন নাকি ovulation occurs, that is ruptured graphene follicle discharge ovum into the abdominal cavity, this is called ovulation. After ovulation, this ruptured graphene follicle turn to formation of corpus luteum. Now there are two types of corpus luteum. See here in this slide I am showing you there are two types. Next slide I will show you there are two types of corpus luteum. One is corpus albicans or corpus luteum of menstruation, and another is corpus luteum of pregnancy. That is, if fertilization takes place or pregnancy occurs, that time this corpus luteum persists and secret estrogen progesterone. তাহলে এটা হচ্ছে corpus luteum of pregnancy. If pregnancy occurs, this corpus luteum persists and this is called corpus luteum of pregnancy. And if pregnancy doesn't occur, this corpus luteum will go degeneration. This is called corpus albicans or corpus luteum of menstruation. Now I am showing you a slide. Types of corpus luteum. If question come like this, write about short note about corpus luteum. You have to start from here, from this luteal phase, that is after ovulation. You have to start from here. What is corpus luteum? You have to tell first corpus luteum. After ovulation, the remaining granulosa cell, you will start from here. If short note comes like this, short note about corpus luteum, write down the short note of corpus luteum. You have to start from here. Okay, now see types of corpus luteum. Types of corpus luteum, there are two types. Or another question may ask your examiner, what is the fate of corpus luteum? Already we discussed what is the fate of an ovum. What is the fate of an ovum, or what is the fate of an ovulation? Already we discussed this. Now another question come here. What is the fate of corpus luteum? Please write down this question, everybody. This is very, very important and common viva question, and this is my favorite question. What is the fate of corpus luteum or types of corpus luteum? See here, fate of corpus luteum. Corpus luteum of menstruation or corpus albicans, same thing. If pregnancy does not occur, corpus luteum degenerates about 4 days before the next menstruation, that is 24th day of the cycle, and is replaced by scar tissue forming corpus albicans. That is, whenever pregnancy does not occur, that time corpus luteum goes to degeneration process and it is replaced by scar tissue. This is called corpus albicans. And duration is very important. Duration of corpus albicans, always remember this duration is 12 days. Physiologically range is 10 to 12 days. You can say here 12 days for better remembering purpose. Duration is 12 days because corpus luteum of pregnancy, I mentioned duration 12 weeks. So you have to remember very nicely these two things, 12 days, 12 weeks. Now see corpus luteum of pregnancy. If pregnancy occurs, corpus luteum persists. Already I have told you that if pregnancy occurs, corpus luteum will persist that time under the influence of human chorionic gonadotropic hormone, that is HCG hormone, which is secreted from the placenta and is called the corpus luteum of pregnancy. This corpus luteum will persist up to 12 weeks. After then that, placenta become mature and it can secrete estrogen progesterone properly. That time no need of corpus luteum that time, but up to 12 weeks of pregnancy, that time corpus luteum is very much essential for estrogen and progesterone hormone. Whenever placenta become mature after 12 weeks, that time corpus luteum of pregnancy that time degenerate and now placenta will take upper hand condition. But see here, fate of corpus luteum or types of corpus luteum, two types. First one is corpus luteum of menstruation or corpus albicans. That is, if pregnancy doesn't occur, this corpus luteum degenerates about 4 days before the next menstruation, that is 24th day of the cycle, and is replaced by scar tissue forming corpus albicans. So another name of corpus luteum of menstruation, you can say here corpus albicans. Now duration 12 days, that is physiological range 10 to 12 days, you can say here 12 days. Now corpus luteum of pregnancy, if pregnancy occurs, corpus luteum persists. How much? How long? That is 12 weeks under the influence of HCG secreted from the placenta and is called corpus luteum of pregnancy. Okay, this is the fate of corpus luteum. So you have to write down these things that describe ovarian cycle. You have to write follicular phase, about ovulation, and about corpus luteal phase and types of corpus luteum. Types of corpus luteum. You have to write down everything, and you have to give figure. Which figure? This figure you can give from your textbook, Guyton and Hall. This figure you can draw. This figure. This figure is very nice. This is from Ganong. You can draw this figure. This is very beautiful picture from Ganong, figure 81-4. You can draw this figure. If description of ovarian cycle come in written exam, please draw this figure. This is very beautiful picture. See here, primordial follicle, then antral follicle, pre-ovulatory or mature follicle, that is primordial follicle, primary follicle, then secondary follicle, the tertiary or Graafian follicle. This is Graafian follicle. Okay, now this Graafian follicle, see here, rupture of the mature Graafian follicle and ovulation takes place. Ovulation takes place. See here, one thing here mentioned, corona radiator cell. Corona radiator cell surrounding the corona radiator cell surrounding the oocyte. This function of corona radiator cell, they are chemo attractant to the sperm. এরা কি করে? They release special type of fragrance, এক ধরনের সুগন্ধি ছড়ায়। এক ধরনের এই corona radiator cell গুলি কি হয়? Whenever this ovum picked up by the fimbriated end of the uterine tube and taken up into the ampullary region, this corona radiator cell of the ovum release one type of very beautiful fragrance. তারা কি করে? একটা সুগন্ধি ছড়ায়। They attract, they are the chemo attractant, they are the attraction for sperm, they attract the sperm. তাহলে কি হবে? স্পার্মের জন্য তারা ওয়েট করে, they wait for sperm, এবং তারা একটা attraction ছড়ায় স্পার্মের জন্য, যেন sperm and ovum fusion হয়ে fertilization হয়। ঠিক আছে? এটা হচ্ছে role of corona radiator cell. Now, here ovulation takes place. This after ovulation, this ruptured Graafian follicle now is converted to corpus luteum, that is degeneration process. The two types of corpus luteum already I mentioned, corpus albicans and corpus luteum of pregnancy. If pregnancy occur, if pregnancy doesn't occur. Now, shortcut, that is flowchart of ovarian cycle. See, germinal epithelium, then converted to primordial follicle, then primary follicle, vesicular follicle or secondary follicle, then tertiary follicle or Graafian follicle, then ovulation takes place. After ovulation, then this corpus luteum, two types, that is corpus after ovulation, this ruptured Graafian follicle, and which is ruptured, blood enters within the ruptured Graafian follicle. That time, this is called corpus hemorrhagicum. This corpus luteum now to fade. If fertilization occurs, corpus luteum of pregnancy. If no fertilization, corpus luteum of menstruation or corpus albicans. This is the flow chart, shortcut method. Okay. Now, hormonal control of ovarian cycle. Hormonal control of ovarian cycle. This is the last slide. Hormonal control of ovarian cycle. Very, very important written question. Please listen to me very carefully. This is very important written question for your first prof exam. Please listen to me very, very carefully here. First thing, hormonal control, think that from where it starts, ovarian cycle. Of course, obviously from hypothalamus release gonadotropic releasing hormone. At first hypothalamus secretes gonadotropic releasing hormone in a pulsatile pattern. I am mentioning a pulsatile, just like pulse. ঠিক আছে? Pulse is a rhythm, একটা rhythmic pattern কি হবে? Hypothalamus secrete করবে gonadotropic releasing hormone. This gonadotropic releasing hormone কাকে stimulate করবে? It will stimulate the anterior pituitary to secrete pituitary gonadotropins, that is FSH and LH. Now this FSH stimulates follicular development and mature follicle secretes estrogen. Ovulation occurs due to LH surge. Already we know that due to LH surge, ovulation takes place. And this LH surge, which hormone give positive feedback? Estrogen. The estrogen secreted from the mature follicle, this estrogen gives positive feedback to secretion of LH surge. Now, after ovulation, corpus luteum is formed. This corpus luteum secretes predominantly progesterone, already I mentioned, and estrogen. Now, progesterone and estrogen inhibit gonadotropic releasing hormone secretion. Of course, now negative feedback mechanism. This progesterone and estrogen inhibit gonadotropic releasing hormone, thus inhibits FSH and LH secretion, so prevent further ovulation. If fertilization fails to occur, corpus luteum degenerates and a new ovarian cycle begins. Jodi fertilization na hoy, already mentioned that if fertilization not occur, corpus luteum degenerates and new ovarian cycle begins. If fertilization occurs, corpus luteum persists and usually no further ovarian cycle takes place until after delivery. যদি প্রেগন্যান্সি হয়, corpus luteumটা persist করবে কতক্ষণ? যে 12 weeks পর্যন্ত, তাই না? And usually no further ovarian cycle takes place until after delivery. পুরো ডেলিভারি যতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত না ডেলিভারি হবে, পুরো প্রেগন্যান্সি পিরিয়ডে কিন্তু কখনোই কোনো নতুন ওভারিয়ান সাইকেল হবে না, কোনো মেনস্ট্রুয়াল সাইকেল হবে না। ঠিক আছে, মেনস্ট্রুয়েশনটা বন্ধ থাকে প্রেগন্যান্সিতে। এটাকে কি বলা হয়? অ্যামেনিউরিয়া, তাই না? এটা এক ধরনের অ্যামেনিউরিয়া, দ্যাট ইজ সিজেশন অফ মেনস্ট্রুয়েশন, নট পার্মানেন্ট সিজেশন অফ মেনস্ট্রুয়েশন, টেম্পোরারি সিজেশন অফ মেনস্ট্রুয়েশন ইজ কল্ড অ্যামেনিউরিয়া। এই যে প্রেগন্যান্সি লাইফে যে মেনস্ট্রুয়েশনটা বন্ধ থাকে সেটার নাম হচ্ছে অ্যামেনিউরিয়া। ঠিক আছে, মনে থাকবে তোমাদের? তাহলে দেখো, ওভারিতে হচ্ছে ওভারিয়ান সাইকেল, আর কর্পাস লুটিয়াম কোথায় হয়? এটা কি ইউট্রাইন টিউব না ইউটেরাস? ওভারিতে। মনে রাখবে এটা, ওভারিতে corpus luteum এর সবটা ঘটনা, event of corpus luteum always is happening within the ovary, not in the uterine tube or uterus. Always remember this thing very carefully, that event of corpus luteum always is occurring where? In the ovary. But event of fertilization, that is sperm and ovum fusion, it is occurs within the ampullary portion of the uterine tube. You have to remember this thing clearly. Now you have to draw this figure. If hormonal control of ovarian cycle come in your written exam, you have to draw this figure from Gannon figure 25-32. See here, already I said that hypothalamus release gonadotropic releasing hormone. It stimulates anterior pituitary gland, that is LH and FS secretes. Now they act on the theca interna and granulosa cell, and they effects. They release theca interna cell, source of estrogen, theca interna and granulosa cell. They secrete estrogen and estrogenic effect, and these estrogen now gives negative feedback to the anterior pituitary and hypothalamus. So this is hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. Okay, feedback regulation of ovarian function, that is this is the hormonal regulation of ovarian cycle. So that's all from me today. Thank you everybody. Thank you very much.